Have you ever thought about why you're here? Now think about if you stayed where you were. Praise will always imply a reference to a higher standard.
IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. They've got
one of the
D1
most
players all over
revered
the
and at times resented programs in the country.
Commitment, sacrifice, hard work. You hear that a lot. The difference lies in all the things that have created and maintained that standard. You could be the man somewhere else. When you come here, it's bigger than you. There is history here.
Here is Senders, undefeated.
And one thing we never do is let down the man next to us or the ones that came before us.
Breaking the record for most picks by a high school.
This is a place where character is built and drive is developed. But your time here is limited. When you earn the right to be here, it's bigger than football. Protect that right. Protect the brotherhood.
Happy Sunday afternoon to all, and welcome back into the IMG Academy Football Stadium for the third time this weekend. We saw the IMG varsity blue team fall 47-7 here on Thursday night. Then the national team getting a big win against one of the top teams in the state of Ohio, 28-6, while the varsity white team had a big win by almost 40 points down in Fort Myers. And then the day off yesterday, and Post-Grad football coming off a slightly shorter week. They had a game at Weber International University out in Lake Wales back on Monday. That game finished an 18-18 tie, and they will look to get back to their winning ways today as they welcome the River City Admirals from the Jacksonville area. Yeah, thank you for tuning in and taking a break from your NFL viewing. My name is Ryan Sudol with the next 4 15-minute quarters of action here in Bradenton. Again, it is a fairly hot and sticky day here in the upper 80s with the heat index feeling close to 100, right about 97 degrees right now. River City and the Admirals will attack from south to north, right to left here on your screen in Bradenton. IMG wearing their blue jerseys, white pants, white numerals, and white helmets. They will be attacking north to south here in Bradenton, left to right on your video monitor. Seth Bialik will be doing the kickoff for River City, listed on the depth chart as a wide receiver, but has a very respectable kickoff, and Kevin Everhart just losing his footing. A little miscommunication, I think, with Devin Costello as to who was going to field that. It'll be 1st and 10 in a long field for IMG. So the Ascenders will start from their 15-yard line. Starting quarterback for today's game will be Jake Bianchi. And him and Chase Spellman splitting the duties back on Monday. And some quick whistles before we can get this first play off. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout, so we'll let River City discuss whatever the confusion they were having is and be right back. You're watching IMG Academy Football.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies, because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Welcome back. Getting ready for the first play from scrimmage. And Bianchi in shotgun with 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap, looking for that deep ball for Everhart, and a little bit of contact and incomplete. Good coverage, stride for stride by Zay Jones. 6'1", 190-pound defensive back out of Oakleaf High School. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now a quick change at the line. The 2 bunched out receivers to the left, Kevin Everhart and Josh Carey, will come in tight. Now running left side, looking for space. Arian Boyd. Gets a nice gain, about 4 yards on the play. He'll bring up 3rd and 6.
19-yard line. A pick up a 4, 3rd and 6.
Boyd in his post-grad year out of Aurora, Colorado. And the air a little thinner up there than down here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Everhart in motion. Bianchi takes the snap. They're going to go back to the air. Fires this one, intended for Nick Venezia. It's caught and then runs out of bounds. Again, had an opportunity to possibly hit Josh Carey on the near side, but Venezia wide open. And a huge gain will bring up a fresh set of downs for the Post-Grad Ascenders. Saw Carey on the go route and then just stepping up and firing deep. And the nice one-handed snag by Venezia. First and 10 from the River City 40-yard line. Now the snap, they run a little reverse. And cutting up field.
The reverse gets IMG to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 7. Second and 3.
And again, there have been some jersey switches, so we will get number 4 for the Post-Grad team for you. Three receivers right for Bianchi. Going to go back to the air. Firing deep, looking for Everhart. Had some space, but sends it just a little far. So third and manageable for IMG. From the 32, Bianchi hands off to Boyd, running left side, trying to get up to the 25. Gets cut short at about the 26. Good enough for the Ascender first down.
Brought down by Prince Savea and TJ Davis. All spotted at the 26. First and 10.
So first and 10 for the Ascenders. Again, not having much problem moving the football early on in this first drive. Everhart and Venezia out to the left. Josh Carey, the lone man, on the near side. Play action to Boyd. Rolling to his right. Firing across the middle has Everhart. It's caught. Touchdown! 26 yards out. And on the move, Bianchi makes the throw, connects with Everhart, and the Ascenders up 6-0. On for the point after. This is Ian Branch. Snap back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. With 11:45 remaining in the first quarter, IMG up on River City Prep. 7-0. You're watching Ascender football.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Welcome back. IMG, after a very successful first drive, now we'll get to see the defense and a huge hit back at the 29-yard line. The return man for River City Prep was screaming down the field. And take a look at this hit. We'll see. We'll get the credit for it. Everhart just reaching his arm out and getting credit for the tackle. First and 10 from the River City 29. starting quarterback is Jabari Ruiz.
May have picked up a yard. 2nd and 9. Several ascenders.
Hands off to, I believe that was Jamari Harvell. He'll lose his helmet and have to take a play off. Now trying to run up the middle again, and they get a couple of yards. Not going to be enough to put any fear into this IMG defense, who is playing strong in their first 2 plays. Will bring up 3rd and 6 for the Admirals.
Bring up a 3rd and 5.
Joshua Hill on the left hip, the quarterback Ruiz, and then into the flat has his intended receiver, that is Bruno Alves.
Bruce's pass is complete to Bruno Alves. Alves gets out to the 44-yard line. River City will have it there, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. Ruiz, they tried to go up the middle and stuffed in the backfield. Right on top of him, number 54, Nakai Parker.
Nakai Parker and Kazru down on the stop. The ball at the 42-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, ball now spotted at the Admiral 42-yard line. Man in motion is Braden Ulysses. Again, keeping the ball on the ground is not working. And Jamari Harvell losing his helmet. He'll have to come back off the field. Now another loss of 2 will bring up 3rd and 14. IMG defense looking to get off the field quick and get that efficient offense back onto the field to try to double their lead. Ruiz rolling to his right. Fires, has a man into Ascender territory. Not going to be enough for the first down. We'll see where they get credit for the spot. Looks like it's right at the line to gain, and they are in fact going to move the chains.
Devin Costello on the tackle, the ball at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
First and 10, they fire this one behind the line of scrimmage to Bruno Alves, who has some room. And he is brought down by Max Eubanks. And risky play there, as if Ruiz wouldn't have connected, that could have been a fumble and an easy scoop 6 for the Ascenders. Second and 2 from the Ascender 38. Brought down from behind. Quickly into the backfield was Ty Kazarud.
On the stop.
And going to be just shy, about a yard short. It looked like they spotted a yard short. In fact, they're going to move the chains. Ruiz drops. He's been successful in some throws. This one just a little shovel pitch. Is able to find Seth Bialik.
Bruce's pass complete to Bialik.
Bruce, 6'5", 190 pounds, out of Baker County High School, so definitely has the height advantage on the field as far as from the quarterback position, and Again, very improvisational move from Ruiz there. We'll bring up a 2nd and 3. Pressure coming again, this time looking deep downfield and tipped away. Credit to Devin Costello. Gets a hand up and keeps it away from Seth Bialik. Clock will stop and it'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Ruiz awaits, takes the snap, drops, pressure coming. He takes a big hit. It's intercepted. Going back the other way for the Ascenders is Max Eubanks to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Pick 6 for the Ascenders and a late flag. And again, the flag coming in well behind the play. There's also a flag down at the Ascender 41-yard line. And we'll see what the official ruling is. Looks like it's a personal foul. So it looks like there were offsetting personal foul penalties. And I think they were saying roughing the passer, and that's a tough call. I don't know what you would have wanted the Ascender to. I think it was one of those new rules of putting the weight on the quarterback. And I think that's why you didn't see much argument from the IMG coaching staff. So we'll replay 3rd down. And no encroachment, so Ruiz tries to go up the middle, and he is stopped at the 30. And it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 3 to go. Just a few ticks over 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. IMG with the 7-0 lead. And right now the difference in the game, that 26-yard connection from Bianchi to Everhart on the Ascenders' first drive. And now pressure coming. Ruiz nowhere to go. Still holding on to the ball and then just gives it away. They're going to say it's a fumble and then an incomplete pass. They're going to say it touched the paint. So it was a fumble. IMG is going to get much more favorable position. It'll be a turnover on downs. And you can see the IMG coaching staff wanting an opportunity for the scoop 6. Trey Ginn would have had the defensive score. And we'll take a look. We can't see it from this angle. And that's a tough call to make from our angle. So we'll give the officials the benefit of the doubt, but a turnover on downs nonetheless. The IMG offense will come back out onto the field. So 1st and 10, Ascenders will have it from their own 41-yard line. Bianchi with 2 receivers to each side. Takes the snap, the hand to Boyd, looking for some room up the middle, and is able to fight off 2 defensive tackles to gain about 3 yards on the play. He'll bring up 2nd and 7. And one drive for each team so far. IMG's ending with a touchdown. And we just saw River City's ending on the turnover on downs. We'll see Bianchi under center. Sends Venezia in motion. And it looks like the ball may have been fumbled on the center QB exchange, and it is picked up by the Admirals. So a mental lapse for the Ascenders. Bianchi can't come up with it. Let's see if, yeah, it just looks like Bianchi started taking off left side, did not have the ball, and again, tough to see from that angle where the error was in the exchange. River City maybe with some new life. Be 1st and 10 from the Ascender 42-yard line. Ruiz with 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the snap. The defensive line flustered him a lot on that last drive. This one just bouncing off the hands of Jamari Harvell.
Pass incomplete, intended for Harvell. It's 2nd down.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And this is the first year that IMG Academy has had the turf on the main field. The temperatures have been a little warmer on game days, at least at the start of the season. Ruiz wanting forward and gets to the 35.
Bruce scrambling, and he is brought down by
In 3rd and 3.
Cornell Green Jr. All the 35-yard line. This will be a 3rd.
Last time they were this close, we saw the turnover on downs via fumble, almost scoop 6, and this one out into the flat. Looking for Alves, who will be shoved out of bounds.
Bumped out of bounds, close to the 32-yard line.
Tariq Marame
By Cornell Green Jr.
and Cornell Green. And the officials instructing the chain gang to go ahead and advance. So a fresh set of downs. Now the snap. Looking for Harvell. It's caught and then quickly down to the turf.
Jen close on the play. 2nd
2nd
down.
and 6.
28-yard line. The pickup of 4 is 2nd and 6. The officials timeout on the field.
Official timeout. Looks like the teams will retreat to their sideline. We will take the timeout with them. IMG up 7-0. Admirals on the move. You're watching IMG Academy football.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Welcome back. Play resumes after a brief timeout. Reese with the empty backfield. Takes the snap. Pressure coming as he takes a hit. Finds the intended target, Bruno Alves, who gets out in space and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Bruce's pass complete to Alves for the touchdown. That is a 28-yard touchdown pass play.
An unfortunate break for the Ascenders as, again, they had the quarterback for the Admirals pinned dead to rights. He's able to find Alves and sneak into the end zone with an opportunity to tie this up.
Bialik is in for the extra point attempt.
Snap is back, and it is a bad one, so it's just going to be scooped up by Seth Bialik and then just firing away and intercepted and going down. The two-point conversion, no good, so the Ascenders only allow 6. Again, the 28-yard pass and catch. And Alves into the end zone. Number 6 only adds 6. Ascenders lead by 1 with 1:52 remaining in the first quarter. You're watching IMG Academy football.
Every day, we rise.
What organelle builds protein?
As students. As competitors. As leaders.
It takes 7 days for food to...
But most importantly, as people. People from all over the world who arrive wide-eyed and graduate wise beyond our years. Having made lifelong relationships with teachers, coaches, and each other. All while becoming someone that our own families may not recognize.
For athletes who move the game forward, we're creating the fuel to get you there. Tested in the lab, proven on the field. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel.
5 yards up. Bialik will kick off for River City.
And it is Bialik who is doing the kickoff duties. Just his second time tonight. First one fairly impressive for someone not listed on the roster as a kicker. This fielded by Venezia. And he had a key reception in that first drive to keep it alive down the far side of the field. So IMG with 76 yards to go to extend their lead. 1st and 10, they'll start from their own 24. Got Josh Carey to the near side. Now he'll swap over to the left with Everhart, and then Boyd and Venezia to the near side. An empty backfield for quarterback Jake Bianchi.
A delay of game penalty against IMG will move the ball back to the 19-yard line. Still first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 19 after a delay of game. He'll keep the formation the same. Bianchi takes the snap. Looking to that far sideline. Everhart has it caught and then brought down on the other side of the 45. They'll give him the 46-yard line.
Everhart brought down by Foster and Wilkes. He gets it out to the
So 27 yards for Everhart.
10 for the Ascenders. It's a 27-yard pass play from Bianchi to Everhart.
And the Ascenders huddle up as they get a little more breathing room. Further away from their own end zone. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Now Bianchi under center. Takes the snap, the hand to Boyd looking right side, but he is bottled up in the backfield.
Give this to Boyd. He has hit in the backfield.
I believe Malachi Young
Malachi Young
getting credit for initial contact, and that'll be a slight loss for the Ascenders.
a loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
hear public address announcer Art Ross. 2nd and 14. Ball back at the IMG 42-yard line. And we talked about the other 3 football teams and some of their success over the weekend, but IMG not just a football school, also baseball, basketball, soccer, golf, tennis, lacrosse, volleyball, track and field, and a little bit of a delay of game. And it should have been a false start, but it's intercepted instead, and now going for the pick 6 is Zay Jones. And I think the official is marking. They did not blow it dead, but if we look at the replay, it should have been a false start, and the play never should have happened. As you take a look there, it should have definitely been a false start, so I think that was a little bit of the confusion from Bianchi that just made him throw it up.
There's actually 4 flags now.
And the only other option is if they don't call the false start, possibly a hold going back the other way. And a block in the back. All these penalties going against the Ascenders. Personal foul.
All right, we've got a couple against IMG. We have a personal foul out there.
So I don't believe the pick 6 is going to stand. So all 3 penalties, it looks like, are going to be against River City. So the interception will stand. So 1st and 10.
All right, it's still first down, touchdown negated.
And this will probably be the final play of the first quarter. A little bit of confusion there. 1st and 10 from the Ascender 45. Again, the IMG defense, shy of that one play, has been outstanding throughout this first quarter. Ruiz takes the snap, fires across the middle, and a one-handed almost snag by Bruno Alves, looking to double his touchdown total, and can't reel it in.
Second down.
And Ty Kazarud bringing some pressure on that right edge as Jabari Ruiz very effective in getting rid of that ball before, again, taking a hit in the backfield. And now the snap. He's going to keep it himself, trying to run in between the tackles, but he is quickly wrapped up. And that is the end of the first quarter. I believe that was Trey Ginn getting credit for the tackle. So after 15 minutes of play, the Ascenders still lead by 1, 7-6 over the Admirals of River City. You're watching IMG Academy football.
Every day, we rise.
What organelle builds protein?
As students. As competitors. As leaders.
It takes 7 days for food to...
But most importantly, as people. People from all over the world who arrive wide-eyed and graduate wise beyond our years. Having made lifelong relationships with teachers, coaches, and each other. all while becoming someone that our own families may not recognize. The best version of ourselves. And sure, some of us will be talented enough to shock the world from an arena floor. But it's more important that all of us be strong enough to get up off of life's metaphorical one. That's why, while here, we are equipped to succeed.
Learning it and then applying it.
In college and beyond. To ascend as leaders in the greatest race of all.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. It'll be third down with 5 yards to go for River City after they were able to get the interception on the slightly delayed play. Ruiz takes the snap. Firing across the middle, and it is intercepted. The Ascenders answer, and it is Max Eubanks with the pick. That would be his second interception. He had a pick six that would have stood had there not been some penalties. He just reads that route perfectly, and Eubanks gets the ball back for the good guys. So the first play for River City of the second quarter. They turn the ball back over to IMG. So Josh Carey out on the far side. Laz Rodriguez in at tight end. And I believe that's Everhart and Venezia to the near side. Bianchi takes the snap. The hand to Boyd running right side. Looking for space. He is gang tackled before he can get back to the 20. And they will give him credit for getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. It is second and 11.
Looks like they'll actually say he did not get quite back to the original line of scrimmage. Kerry Everhart and Rodriguez now split out to the left of quarterback Jake Bianchi. Now the snap. Bianchi rolls to his right. And a wide open Venezia on the far side, tries to spin upfield, gets enough for the first down and inches closer to Admiral territory down to the 49-yard line. That is the second long catch for Venezia. There was nobody within 5 yards of him. And credit Devontae Lewis for the tackle. And they are going to give him the 50, so a 30-yard play. Another big reception for number 10 for the Ascenders. Everhart in motion. Bianchi, the hand to Boyd. Trying to find a seam on his right. He'll break through into River City territory down to the 42-yard line. A nice gain of 8.
Brought down by Shank and Franklin Brown. It is second down and 2.
IMG moving the ball similar to the way they did on their first drive that saw them cap it off with a 26-yard completion from Bianchi to Everhart. And they'd love to get back into the end zone here on this drive. Bianchi takes the snap. They're going to go back to the air. Pressure coming, and he is sacked. Jai Robinson, 6'4", 235-pound defensive end, gets right through. And Christian Sellers also there, so they lose the 8 yards that Boyd was able to pick up on that first rush, bring up 3rd and 10. Senders looking for another splash play here on 3rd and long. Two receivers to each side. Bianchi fires, has a man. It is caught. And that is number 4 for IMG. That is Cash DeShanti. All the way down to the 28. So DeShanti with his first catch, good for 22 yards. Now 28 yards out, striking distance for Bianchi. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to have to take the sack back at the 31. Loss of 3. Looked like he wanted to find somebody down that near sideline, and pocket just closing too quick. Second and 13 for the Ascenders. Bianchi takes the snap, handing off left side to Boyd, who cuts up field and fights forward, and a flag coming in very late, right at the end of the play, down to the River City 30.
Number 22, that's Connell Foster. Looks like a flag on the play. I believe it's a holding penalty against IMG.
So a hold against the Ascenders, and that'll move them back in the wrong direction. It'll stay second down. They got to get to the 18. It's all the way back at the 39. So second and 21 for the Ascenders. Venezia and Everhart to the near side. Josh Carey in tight to the right. Now the snap. Bianchi able to step up in the pocket, looking for some space. And just over the head of Laz Rodriguez, who had some space. So third and 21.
Headed for Rodriguez. This will bring up a third down.
And you just saw quarterback Jake Bianchi talking with IMG coach Jeff Blake. And a nice 13-year career in the NFL, along with a Pro Bowl in 1995 when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals. False start called against the Ascenders. And that'll bring up a third and 26.
A false start penalty against IMG. Moves the ball back to the 44-yard line. Still third down.
From the 44 of River City, Bianchi takes the snap. Long way to go. Firing, and it is caught. Cash DeShanti, and a flag comes in.
Cash DeShanti, there is a flag right away.
9:32 remaining. Again, it wouldn't be enough for the first down, but definitely a nice chunk. And didn't see exactly where the penalty came in based on where the flag was. It was nowhere near. The action we saw.
This is a defensive holding penalty against.
And it is a defensive hold.
This will be a 1st and 10 for IMG. Ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line.
So a fresh set of downs on the penalty. A nice break for the Ascenders after the defensive hold. And the head coach for the Post-Grad team, Coach Flagler. Bianchi now looking into the end zone. Coming back, it is caught. Venezia from 34 yards out puts the Ascenders up 7 more. 13-6. The point after pending, and Venezia with another big catch. He had a 30-yard reception early in the drive. Cash Deshanti also getting a 22-yard catch in there, and then the defensive holding penalty, giving the Ascenders the fresh set of downs, but then Venezia from 34 yards out, Bianchi just putting that one on a dime. That one's going to bounce off the left upright. No good, but the Ascenders back up by a touchdown. Again, after the 34-yard strike from Jake Bianchi into the arms of Nick Venezia. You're watching IMG Academy Football. Michael Saunders and Company, founded in 1976, is the Gulf Coast leading residential real estate company and is proud to be the official real estate and relocation services sponsor of IMG Academy. Providing a full-service real estate experience, our team of professionals will guide you through the intricacies of buying and selling a home, as well as providing a deep knowledge of the area and the many great places to live. For more information, visit michaelsaunders.com. Yeah, we talked about head coach Terrence Flagler. He attended Clemson University on a football scholarship. It was all-conference and runner-up ACC Player of the Year back in 1986. He was also the first-round pick of the San Francisco 49ers back in 1987 and was a member of the 49ers' back-to-back Super Bowl teams in 88 and 89. Finished his career as a part of the Arizona Cardinals. He's since been inducted into his high school Hall of Fame at Fernandina Beach, as well as the Clemson University Hall of Fame back in 2013. Again, you look down any of the coaches for any of the 4 IMG football teams, and there is just a plethora of experience, decades in coaching all 4 programs here at IMG Academy. Ruiz back on, trying to get River City back level with the Ascenders. And a false start. They actually call a delay of game, so that'll bring it back to 1st and 15. Ball to River City 24. They try to go up the middle. Not a whole lot of running room for Jamari Harvell. And talking about the experience on this Post-Grad team, defensive coordinator Bryce Suber from East Tennessee State, Jordan Williams, defensive line coach from Alabama State, Johnny Jones, a local product here from Booker High School and also University of South Florida. And Shamari Phelps and Kyle Chung, again, doing an excellent job here with the defensive game plan early. And the longer this game goes on, though, the Florida sun and heat will definitely add to the fatigue factor. It's going to, again, be imperative for all these student athletes to stay hydrated in order to keep healthy. Third and about 3 to go. They're going to keep it on the ground, and does not look like they got enough. They're going to be just shy, and it'll bring up 4th and about a yard.
Kasrud and Reed on the stop. This will be short for 4th and a yard for River City.
And they're not going to take any chances. They know IMG can score with these short fields. So they'll bring on the punting unit.
Kevin Everhart deep for IMG, standing at about his 31-yard line.
And the snap is low. It bounces off the mask, and it is blocked and deflected. Trying to fall on it are the Ascenders, and a huge play. Seth Bialik was just trying to get it upfield. And there is a flag at the 30. And Wise to just try to get it upfield. And I think that is what the penalty is. It's going to be an illegal kick.
There is a flag on it.
And IMG going to have prime field position to try to extend their lead. Again, 7 points so far, the biggest lead they had back when it was 7-0 after the first offensive drive for the Ascenders. And they get to start with a prime 1st and goal from the 8. They break the huddle. Everhart now in the backfield on the left hip of Jake Bianchi. Looking for his 3rd touchdown completion. They'll hand to Everhart running right up the middle, and he will be stood up right at the 8-yard line.
Second down and goal.
So 2nd and goal, no gain on the play.
Eldon Asbell and Malachi Young in on the stop for River City.
Now Bianchi takes the snap, looking into the end zone, and it is knocked down.
Bianchi's pass in the end zone incomplete.
Trying to either get that to Everhart or Rodriguez. Clock stops with 6:37 remaining in the half. They will break the huddle. Everhart on the right hip of Bianchi. The snap, the hand to Everhart. Running left side. Tries to get the edge up to the 5 and into the end zone. 8 yards out. Touchdown. Kevin Everhart with the first rushing touchdown of the game. And now the Ascenders up 19-6 with the point after pending. And it looks like Bianchi will stay out on the field. I might go for the two-point conversion to try to get back the point after that doinked off the left upright. Now the snap, handoff, right in through the pile and into the end zone. And the two-point conversion is good. 6:29 remaining in the half. The Ascenders with their biggest lead of the game. It's 15 points, 21-6 after this 8-yard scamper from Kevin Everhart. We'll have the ensuing kickoff momentarily. You are watching IMG Academy football. Under Armour is proud to outfit IMG Academy football in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit UA.com today to see Under Armour's full range of performance apparel. And for some of that casual gear, if you want to get some Under Armour IMG Ascender branded gear, go to www.shopimg.com, your official IMG Academy online retailer. And this one going through the fingers of Nick Brown, who still manages a nice return. Yeah, and he went to field it. It bounced and able to recover and get back upfield. But first and 10 from their own 29, and they have had some trouble moving the ball these last few drives. And right now, the only score on the board for River City, the Alves touchdown. And the IMG Post-Grad team, defending Post-Grad national champions, stood up in the backfield.
Harville on the carry, brought down by Green, Kazroot, and Nakai Parker.
And I think Nakai Parker was one of the first people there.
A loss on the play of 2 at 2nd and 12.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11 for River City. Ruiz with a tailback to each hip. Now running right up the middle, handing the ball off to Joshua Hill, who is finally brought down. They're going to give him the 40, or the 39-yard line, and another first down.
And Reed with the tackle the ball to the 39-yard line. That is a 1st and 10 for River City.
Again, IMG has capitalized on the turnovers they've gotten early in this half, and then right up the middle, not going to get around the outstretched arms of Ty Kazarud. He'll give him credit for about 2 on the play. And the national team will have a couple of weeks off, but we will be back in action. Our next home game will be this coming Friday. IMG taking on Akeland's Angels Christian Academy. That'll be the IMG varsity white team looking to go 5-0 on this young season. Some great talent on the varsity white team, led by sophomore quarterback Eli Hamrick, already with a Division I offer from Toledo. I expect those offers to increase as the more film on the young quarterback comes out. And Hamrick trying to follow in the footsteps of former varsity white quarterback Mason McHugh, now on the roster at Appalachian State, as the varsity program starting to again produce more Division I powers. This one, the option pitch, one of the first times we've seen them. Braden Ulysses into ascender territory down to the 41-yard line. And that really the first option play we've seen from River City. So with the success of that one, I would fully expect to see a little more run option. Now the snap, running left side on the designed keeper. Maybe gets a yard on the play. He'll bring up 2nd and 9. River City did win the opening coin toss and elected to defer to the second half, so ideally they'd love to put up 7 points with no time left on the clock to allow IMG to get it, so they'd love an opportunity for just a score here and then a quick score to begin the second half. And just under 2.5 minutes remaining. IMG's defense going to do everything they can to make sure that that does not happen. Now the snap, the handoff. And again, that is the third time we have seen the helmet of Jamari Harvell fly off.
Harvell up the middle, hit by Jen.
And Jen credited with the initial hit and tackle. So 3rd down and 6. See what the IMG defense has in their back pocket as the clock reaches 2 minutes. Play clock down to 10. Now the snap, Ruiz looking deep down the sideline and just out of the outstretched arm of Devin Costello. I think he was looking for Seth Bialik. And now 4th down, and if you're River City, you're almost too far away to kick a field goal. Be looking at close to a 57-yard attempt and almost too close to punt it, so you almost have to try and go for it. Again, a 57-yard attempt, however, would not be the furthest field goal attempt that we have seen here on this field this season, as the younger son of NFL and Tampa Bay Buccaneers all-time leading scorer, Martin Gramatica, his son Nico, committed to play at USF here in the Tampa Bay area, attempting a 63-yard field goal in a game against Varsity Blue a couple of weeks ago. It was off, but not by much. So River City will take a timeout. 1:48 remaining in the half. You're watching IMG Academy football.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies, because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
And they break the huddle. 4th down. And the Admiral offense will stay on the field. A minute 48 remaining. Reese takes the snap. On a little bit of a delayed hand, goes up forward. He's going to get the first down to the 25-yard line. Merchant credited with the tackle.
All spotted at the 25-yard line of IMG. This will be a River City first down.
$25 yards out to try to get one score going into the half. The clock resumes. 90 seconds remaining in the half. Play clock winding down. They've got to get set and get this off. And another timeout is going to be taken by River City with a minute 20 remaining. IMG leading 21-6. You're watching IMG Academy football. Therabody is proud to be an official recovery partner of IMG Academy. Therabody offers an ecosystem of percussive therapy and pneumatic compression products and solutions that help our student athletes perform better, recover faster, and manage pain. And right now, the IMG defense, just the lone hiccup was the Alves catch and score back in the first quarter. Aside from that, IMG has done everything in their power and ensuring a win for today, but again, still have another full half of football to play. So 1st and 10 from the IMG 25-yard line. Ruiz takes the snap, fires this one into the flat. It is caught by Nick Brown. Looks like he may have stepped out. They're going to say he's brought down in bounds down to the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal. Again, one of those risky behind the line of scrimmage plays. And then quickly back to the line is River City with a minute to go. Whistles blow. Clock will stop.
There is a false start penalty against River City.
And it was a penalty against River City, so 1st and goal will be back to the 15.
Still 1st and goal.
Nick Brown on the right hip of the quarterback, Ruiz. Looking into the air. Turning around, it is caught, touchdown. Had Tariq Marame draped on him, and somehow, just turning around, Seth Bialik makes the highlight reel catch and gets 6 points for River City. And they will stay on to go for the 2-point conversion to try to bring this back to a 7-point game. Pressure coming in this one to a wide open Brian Rios, the 6-foot, 180-pound wide receiver. And now we've got the traditional football score, 21-14. The Ascenders still lead. 50.1 seconds for them to drive the length of the field and try to get one more point before the halftime break. You're watching Ascender football. And Bialik scoring the touchdown for the Admirals, back on to do the place kicking. And IMG still with an opportunity and a couple of plays remaining in the half. Sends this one deep. And it will bounce out. And not for a touchback. This will be a 1st and 10 for the Ascenders with the shortened field to the 35-yard line. So 50 seconds to go, 65 yards. And we appreciate you spending your early Sunday evening with us here just after 6 o'clock local time. And we know there's a lot of football to be taken in on these Sunday afternoons. We appreciate you spending it with the IMG Academy Post-Grad football team. First and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Bianchi with a heck of a first half. And this is going to be intercepted going the other way. It's going to be a pick six. No flags, and the exact opposite of what IMG wanted to happen. Bianchi takes the hit. And Christian Sellers brings it back to the house. And River City with a chance to tie this game. So 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, 1 offensive, 1 defensive for River City. And Bialik with a chance to tie it with the point after.
Bialik on for the extra point.
Snap is back, the hold is down. And this one is blocked.
The kick is blocked.
And finally taken down. Again, not very often that a blocked kick stays in the field to play line. So the Ascenders still with a 1-point lead. Again, after the Sellers pick six. Credit Colton Schlegel busting through and putting the hit on Bianchi, causing the ball to go off target. Actually, that might have been Jay Robinson. So 21-20, Ascenders will try to, again, add to that 1-point lead. We'll be back shortly. You're watching IMG Academy Football. Welcome back. 41.4 seconds. And what a turn of events can happen in just 20 seconds. River City with 2 scores. On consecutive plays. This one just pooched Venezia. Will field it about the 10. Has space, cuts upfield, and what an answer. Venezia across midfield to the 45-40. Cuts back and out of bounds at the 33-yard line. What a return. About 57 yards for Nick Venezia. And rather than having to go 75 or 65 yards, Venezia takes a huge chunk of that out with a spectacular return. Great blocking by the Ascenders. And now Jake Bianchi. Again, we can credit the broadcaster Curse with the last play after talking about his great touchdown passes. And now a false start. I think they were trying to so we'll see what the penalty is. It is going to be against IMG. Looks like it may have just been a warning. I think maybe with the quick snap. 29.6 on the clock. Bianchi takes the snap, looking downfield, firing, looking for Venezia. And it is incomplete. So it looked like it was initially intercepted. Venezia able to put a little bit of contact on, and the ball is put onto the turf. And Bianchi trying to get it all back with one throw. We've seen his arm is capable of that. And you saw it pop out there right at the end. So 2nd and 10, just a couple more shots left for the Ascenders. Bianchi takes the snap. Looking deep down that far sideline, looking for Cash DeShanti. And incomplete. And they'll have an opportunity to take 2 more shots with 16.1 seconds to go. It'll be 3rd and 10. Bianchi breaks the snap. And a timeout going to be taken by IMG. We will take it with them. Ascenders with a 1-point lead in 16.1 seconds to the half. This is Ascender football. Welcome back. 3rd and 10 after the IMG timeout. 33 yards away from, again, extending their lead. They were up 21-6. And then an offensive strike and then a pick six. River City able to get back within 1. Bianchi with Boyd on his left hip. Looking deep downfield, throwing across the middle and just over the head of Cash DeShanti. And 4th down with 10 seconds remaining. I imagine we'll see the offense stay on the field. And River City will get the ball to begin the second half. Now Bianchi takes the snap on 4th and 10. Looking for Venezia and just sailing it over his head. 6.2 seconds remaining. Turnover on downs. And we'll see if the Admirals want to take one shot at the end zone. Again, they will have to hope to avoid any kind of pick six. And it looks like they may go for it. Maybe just one Hail Mary. They're going to come in tight. This will be a just kneel down play. IMG has to be on their toes. Make sure they don't try anything fancy with 6.2 remaining. And they will take it into the half after 30 minutes of play. The end of the first half. IMG Academy 21, River City Prep 20. We'll step aside for about 20 minutes of halftime and then have second half action and the conclusion of this game. Ascenders up by 1. You're watching IMG Academy football. There you saw some of the first half highlights of our 21-20 IMG lead over River City Prep. My name is Ryan Sudol, getting ready to help kick off second half action. It will be the Ascenders on defense to begin. Again, this game was 21-6 in favor of the Ascenders with a minute remaining in the half, and then two quick scores from River City, changing the fortune of the Admirals. This one fielded at the 11-yard line by Bruno Alves. He scored the first touchdown for River City.
Alves gets out about the 35-yard line. Flag on the play. Arian Boyd with the tackle.
And there is a penalty, so that will be coming back for River City. They'll start 1st and 10 from, looks like probably their own 15.
This is a holding penalty against River City on the kickoff
And that is, in fact, the call.
So the ball spotted just outside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10.
So after a 20-minute break, we'll see if the Ascenders and the defense that played an almost perfect first half shy of that final minute can get the momentum back. This run straight up the middle. Jamari Harvell gets the first down.
Brought down by Eubanks. Harville gets it to the 34-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, 1st and 10.
19 yards for Harvell. Ruiz takes the snap. They're going to fake it to Harvell. He's going to keep it himself, running left side. And Cornell Green with the tackle.
First hit out of bounds by Eubanks and Green.
Eubanks also in on the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 37. A pickup of 3, 2nd and 7.
Cornell Green, a local Tampa product out of Lutz, Florida. Just a little over an hour away from where we are here, situated just south of Tampa Bay. And a delay of game will move the ball back.
This is a delay of game penalty against River City. Moves the ball back to the just outside the 33.
So this will be 2nd and 11.
Still 2nd down. Harville up the middle.
They give the ball back to Harvell. Again, we talked about some of the other athletics that go on here at IMG Academy and here in the Tampa Bay area, almost an epicenter of sports success. Tampa Bay now over 1,300 days of teams in the postseason. Now, right now, that will depend on the Buccaneers' success of this NFL year between the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Lightning, and then the USL Championships Tampa Bay Rowdies, all making postseasons. The Rays just clinching their 5th straight postseason. Now punting opportunity. Last time Seth Bialik had an opportunity. It bounced off his face mask. This time it gets right back to him and sends the punt deep. Fair catch called for. Everhart would have had an opportunity to possibly return that. Kevin Everhart with offers from Lake Erie, Wabash, Wilmington, and Wittenberg. The Ascender offense will come back onto the field. A good first half from the starter in Jake Bianchi. Had Two great completions for touchdowns of more than 20 yards. And for Bianchi, he's got offers from Carleton College, University of Puget Sound, Kenyon College. Also some interest from Cal Poly, UC Davis, and some others. So we will see the other quarterback for the Ascenders. That is Chase Spellman. Dad played football at UW La Crosse back in the late 90s. Now the snap. Spellman going to keep it himself and stood up after getting just a couple.
Brought down by Jay Robinson.
And Spellman out of Wales, Wisconsin. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. From the Ascender 27, Spellman hands off to Boyd, who bounces to his left. He's able to
Boyd on the carry.
Chunk out some good yardage up to about the 33. Going to be just shy of the first down line to gain.
3rd and 2.
Split out to the near side is Everhart and Lucas Reynoso. And fighting for that last yard. It does not look like he got it, so this might be a 3 and out for the Post-Grad Ascenders. And IMG will bring the punt unit onto the field.
It's 4th and 3 for IMG.
Back to return is Bruno Alves. Again, he got the scoring started for the Admirals. Snap is back, and this one takes a nice bounce for the Ascenders and out at the, I believe, 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So after the halftime break, 2 3 and outs back-to-back for actually just the 1 3 and out from the Ascenders, and then the 1 first down from River City, and then 3 plays and out. .10:50 remaining in the third quarter. And IMG going to be hoping to get the ball back. We'll see what the new quarterback Chase Spellman can do through the air. Again, the Ascenders were up 18-0 at Weber International back on Monday, and then Weber able to come back and tie it up. And that game would end in a tie due to a number of circumstances.
Harvell up the middle.
Harvell back up the middle. He's had some luck in the ground game.
Reed and Merchant in on the stop. A pickup of 4. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 6 to go. The quarterback, Ruiz, with help on each hip. A receiver to his left, a receiver to his right. They're going to try to go back to the air, looking for a deep ball, and it is a perfect throw into the arms of Seth Bialik. Touchdown, River City.
Touchdown to Bialik. That is a 67-yard pass play.
Exactly what the Ascenders did not want. A big play from River City, and they take their first lead of the game. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field for a 2-point conversion. Empty backfield. Ruiz takes the snap, fires to the sideline, and incomplete. Great coverage from Devin Costello.
Pass incomplete.
And one of the captains for today's game, but we'll take a look. And just getting a step behind Branch. And a little excessive celebration from Seth Bialik. A little uncalled for, but they do have the lead, even if it's only 5 points. 26-21, 10:06 remaining in the third quarter. You are watching IMG Academy football. Welcome back. Special teams unit back on for the Ascenders. We'll see how they can return this Bialik kick. This one skies high. Fielded at the 15-yard line by Everhart. Cuts back, still on his feet. Has some space at the 30, down to the 36-yard line. They'll spot him at the 35. Everhart with some good shifty moves. Chase Spellman will come back out to lead the offense here in the second half. One receiver to the left and a bunch tight to the right. Spellman fires across the middle, has Venezia, who will get enough for the first down. They'll spot him on the other side of the 45, down to the 46.
Venezia brought down by Shank and also by Sion.
So Venezia gets 11 on the nice little dump pass from Chase Spellman across the middle.
For the Ascenders.
Now that trio of receivers bunched to the left, they'll hand to Everhart from the tailback position. He will slide forward. They will give him the 50-yard line. Gain of 4 for Everhart.
Brought down by Connell Foster. A 4-yard pickup at 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. IMG taking care of the football. Spellman awaits the snap. They're going to go back to the air. Spellman looking deep, pressure coming. He's able to get it off for Everhart, but it deflects off his hands. Pressure coming from Briar Schenk of River City.
Third down.
So 3rd and 6. IMG trying to get into Admiral territory. Play clock down to 10. And they're not going to get it off in time, and Coach Flagler going to take a timeout. With 8:41 remaining in the third quarter, the Ascenders trail by 5,
Timeout.
They'll
IMG.
regroup on the sideline and have 3rd and 6 when we get back. You're watching IMG Academy Football.
Academy Sports Camps. You can join the world's most.
Welcome back. 3rd and 6 after the Ascender timeout. 8:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. IMG wanting to keep the chains moving. Spellman awaits the snap, 2 receivers, and that'll be a false start. The hard count gets him. Should be encroachment, as Everhart did not flinch to warrant that contact. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1, much more manageable for the Ascenders. Now 2 receivers to each side for Spellman. Boyd on his left hip. Takes the snap, the handoff to Boyd. Running forward, he's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1 and bring up a gut check, 4th and 2 for IMG Academy.
Ball at the 46-yard line. Brought down by Prince. 4th down.
And the offense looking like they're going to stay on the field. A River City sideline yelling for their players to watch the ball. And they'll just do a quick little pooch punt. And takes an unlucky IMG bounce into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback.
River City will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So the Ascenders will turn it over, 1st and 10. And for River City right now, the lone scoring play of the second half, the 67-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback, Jabari Ruiz, to Seth Bialik. The missed 2-point conversion is why we are at the 5-point deficit for IMG. And just haven't been able to get anything going this half. The sun setting to our west directly behind your field of vision. The handoff back to Harvell. And gets a few. And a downed Ascender on the field. And that'll give the Ascenders some time to huddle up. And don't forget, you can wear what the players wear. Go to www.shopimg.com, your official IMG Academy online retailer. From hats to shirts and other accessories, track pants, backpacks, everything you need with your IMG Ascender pride. As they tend to the down Ascender, we will And step aside briefly. 7:37 left in the third quarter. When we get back, you're watching IMG Academy football. And it was Max Eubanks who was the down descender. He walked off on his own power. Again, he has been great in the secondary for IMG tonight. Again, had a pick six that was called back. And also has an interception that did stick back in the first half. And now the snap goes way over the head of Ruiz. Nowhere to go for the running back. He's going to try to make a positive play out of it. And somehow, credit to Braden Ulysses, is able to pick up a yard on the very errant snap over the head of the quarterback, Jabari Ruiz. And talking about Max Eubanks when he was coming off the field, offers for Army, Navy, Georgetown, Air Force, Fordham, Columbia, Brown, Stetson, and Marist. And interest from a handful more. Now the snap. Ruiz almost losing the football. He's going to keep it himself and then takes the hit, falls shy of the 30. And it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Short of the first down, it'll be 4th and a yard.
And we'll see if they're going to take the chance to try to get the yard or, again, opt not to give IMG the short field. And that is what is going to happen. Everhart.
Everhart going deep for IMG.
Back with his heels on his own 40. A little delay from Bialik, and a fair catch caught for.
The Ascenders will have it there.
So they'll spot it at the Ascender 36. And again, IMG held scoreless so far on their first few drives of the third quarter, 6:02 remaining. And IMG doing everything they can to get back into this game. We'll see Reynoso, Everhart split out wide to the right. Boyd in the backfield with the quarterback, Chase Spellman. Spellman takes the snap. Hands to Boyd, trying to dance his way through the line of scrimmage. He'll get about 2 yards on the play.
Boyd is brought down by Safea.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
It is 2nd and 8.
Ball at the Ascender 38-yard line. And temperature cooling down here in Bradenton. We started, kickoff was about 90 degrees, and with the heat index feeling almost triple digits. Spellman has Boyd in open space. He's up to the 40, cuts back at the 45, still on his feet. Gets the first down, and then out at the 47.
The 45-yard line. Knocked out of bounds.
That'll bring up 1st and 10.
Ball marked at the 47-yard line of IMG. This will be a 1st and 10 for the Ascenders.
Nine yards on the reception from Arion Boyd. Venezia to the near side, man coverage. The handoff to Everhart. Gets into River City territory. The ball is loose.
Everhart in the carry, the ball came out.
And it looks like it was the Admirals that fell on it.
River City has it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 after the turnover. And we'll see if we can see what happened. Everhart gets space and then just gets stripped. You have to give all the credit on that one to Napoleon Scion. 6'1", 185-pound defensive back out of Ridgeview High School. He was able to just come in and strip the ball from the arm of Everhart. So this will be 1st and 10 for River City. As we have another down to sender on the play back at the Admiral 40-yard line. We'll step aside. 4:21 remaining in the third quarter. You're watching Ascender football. It was Maddox Marchbank, one of the Ascender captains, that helped off the field, walked out on his own power. Also James Schaefer and Arian Boyd getting looked at. Ruiz takes the snap, fires across the middle, and it is caught. Down to the 20, 15, almost caught from behind, and there is a flag on the play, but touchdown to Alves.
It's complete to Alves. Alves gets into the end zone, but there was a flag thrown at about the 10-yard line.
And trying to see what the penalty call is going to be. It looked like it was a clean block. You see Ruiz right over the middle. Alves slows up, but then just lowering the head.
They waved off the penalty, the touchdown stand.
And
that is a 51-yard pass play.
It was a 51-yard play. It will stand. And now the Ascenders, with their biggest deficit at 11 points. River City trying to make it 13. Now the snap. Ruiz fires. It is caught, but evading the tackle is Alves, and he will convert the two-pointer. River City 34, IMG 21. And just an unlucky break for number 8 of the Ascenders. That is Tyler Dixie. So 34-21, Ascenders now trail by 2 scores with 4:12 remaining in the third. You're watching IMG Academy football.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies, because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
And you see the Sunday crowd here at IMG Academy Stadium as the Ascenders see themselves down for the biggest deficit they have had of the afternoon into early evening at 13 points. Again, two really big splash pass plays and a pick six, the difference in the game right now. This one booted deep. Venezia will field it at the 4. He's able to evade one tackle. He's got space on the near side to the 40 into Admiral territory. Cuts back at the 40 and then brought down at the 36-yard line. And Venezia with another impressive return.
Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line. There's a 60-yard run back for Nick Venezia.
So credit Venezia with a 60-yarder. And he's got to be close to 200 all-purpose yards if he has not already eclipsed that mark. So 1st and 10 from the Admiral 37. Short field for quarterback Chase Spellman. Takes the snap, and then the exchange is fumbled. Everhart is able to fall on it.
Fumble on the snap exchange in the backfield. Spellman has it for IMG at about the 41-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play, 2nd and 14.
So that'll bring them back 4 yards back to the 41, bring up 2nd and 14. Ten seconds on the play clock. They'll have to line up quickly. Takes the snap. Handoff. Everhart running right side. Able to break one tackle. Gets up.
Everhart on the
spot him
the right side. He steps out of bounds
at the 38, so it'll be a gain of 3, almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 3rd and 11.
37, 38. 38-yard line. Third down.
And a first down on 3rd and long here would be fantastic for the momentum of this IMG offense, who has had some struggles in getting anything going so far in this second half. Spellman takes the snap, looking for the deep ball for Venezia. And he comes up with it somehow. Are you kidding me?
Complete to Venezia.
Spellman just heaves it up and lets the star receiver go up and make a play.
31-yard pass play from Spellman to Venezia.
Ball down to the 7-yard line, and nice tight spiral by Spellman, and Venezia fights for it and wrestles it away from Devontae Lewis. 1st and goal from the 7. Spellman takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, nowhere to go, and just has to fall forward and take the loss.
Hit at the 10-yard line, a loss on the play. 2nd down.
And Venezia, though, accounting for 91 yards between his 60-yard return and then the 31-yard reception. As we're down under 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. IMG looking to chip back at that 13-point deficit. Now the snap, the hand to Everhart. He slips in the backfield, and it'll be a loss.
Up in the backfield.
Now the offense just heading in the wrong direction.
13-yard line, 3rd and goal.
So 3rd and goal from 13 yards out. Three receivers right, one to the left for Chase Spellman. Takes the snap. Has time. Fires into the back corner. And it is caught. Touchdown!
Spellman into the end zone for a touchdown.
Cash DeShante, a beautiful route to the back corner of the end zone. Spellman drops it on a postage stamp. And Cash DeShante gets 6 back for IMG. Now the point after to bring the Ascenders back within 6. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good with 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter. IMG brings it back within a touchdown on this beautiful pass from Spellman to Cash DeShante. Gets both feet in. Would have been good at any level of football. Ascenders trail by 6. We'll have kickoff for you momentarily. You're watching IMG Academy Football. New life for the Ascender offense. We'll see if the Ascender defense can get the ball back. And a huge hit on the return man, Amari Wilkes.
That's Amari Wilkes on the return.
And IMG back within striking distance. And hopefully new life as we approach the final 15 minutes of the game. This will be 1st and 10, ball at the River City 34. IMG secondary needs to be wary of those long go routes that have been causing them points. And now Harvell cut down in the backfield. Heads up play for IMG, and after Max Eubanks was slow to get up, makes the big defensive stop. And we'll see if they try to run one more play before the end of the half, or if they just, or before the end of the third quarter. And it looks like that will be the end of it for River City. We will switch directions and go into the fourth quarter, the final 15 minutes momentarily. IMG trailing 34-28. You're watching IMG Academy Football. Second down, 10 to go. Ball still at the 34 is the Admirals. Little broken play turns into a positive for the quarterback, Ruiz. Again, the high snap. There have been some issues on the center quarterback exchange for River City.
Stopped by Quinn Reed.
We'll bring up 3rd and 6. A chance for the IMG defense to get off the field and let the offense come back on to try to regain the lead. Now the snap, Ruiz, empty backfield, looking for that deep ball, and a pass interference going to come in late.
Pass incomplete, flags on the play.
Now some words being had. And give a little credit to Nick Brown on the Admiral squad for trying to calm down any jawing between teams here as Ruiz and that probably uncatchable Devin Costello unlucky to get called for the interference. They will mark off the 15 yards.
This is a pass interference penalty against IMG. We'll give
now
River City a first down
into Ascender territory. Ball at the 47-yard line of IMG Academy. Still plenty of time left for IMG to get a stop and take a lead. Now not just fighting against the Admirals, also fighting against the clock. Ruiz takes it himself straight up the middle. He's going to get enough for the first down.
Across the 45-yard line. Eubanks and Merchant in on the tackle. This is a first down for River City at the 33-yard line. A 14-yard run. Flags coming down.
The clock will stop with 13:54 remaining in the game. And unsportsmanlike against River City.
This is an unsportsmanlike penalty against River City. It'll go back 15 yards.
And again, that was Seth Bialik, who again has been in every facet of the game, both on special teams and offense and defense. And
All will be spotted at the IMG 48-yard line.
we saw him getting tied into it with Devin Costello at the end of that pass interference play. And again, getting a quick talking to on the sideline is 1st and 25 is not where the Admirals wanted to be. Ruiz, the snap. Handoff running left side and cut down in the backfield back in River City territory, and Max Eubanks is hyped up.
Eubanks and Cornell Green Jr.
Cornell Green Jr. also in on the tackle, and
The ball at the River City 49
just
yards.
enough to slow him up. Eubanks getting the finish, and Cornell Green getting the initial contact and making sure that Nick Brown did not get to the outside edge. Second in what seems like a mile for the Admirals. Now the snap for Ruiz. Looking deep downfield across the middle and well over the head of Alves.
Over the middle, incomplete.
And just out of the reach of the Ascender defender, Tyler Dixie. And now 3rd and 27. Not a whole lot of plays in any playbook for this down and distance. Now the snap. Ruiz just firing downfield, has it for Bialik, who spins away from one, evades another tackle, and is shoved out of bounds. He's not going to get enough for the first down. He steps out at the 31.
Bialik was out of bounds at the 31-yard line, so this will be a 4th and 8.
So 4th and 8. Again, too far away for the field goal, too close to punt, so they're probably going to go for it. And now the snap goes down to the ground, and down he goes! Into the backfield, Quinn Reed.
This is hit in the backfield by Quinn Reed.
And the Ascenders force the turnover on downs.
Reed hit him at the 36-yard line. So the Ascenders will have it there, 1st and 10, IMG.
And now the Ascender offense with 12 minutes to go, and you see the snap just kind of getting away from Ruiz here. It goes down to the turf. Tries to keep it himself, shedding his blocker. Quinn Reed, one of the game's captains, and then getting tied up with Cornell Green, but they don't care. They get the IMG offense back onto the field. First and 10. Spellman takes the snap. Play action to Boyd, rolling to his right. Has Everhart at the 40, gets out of bounds.
Spellman pass complete to Everhart. Everhart steps out of bounds.
So a gain of 5.
They pick up a 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
And this game, no doubt, going to come down and be decided probably on the final possession. Spellman takes the snap, the pitch to Everhart. That'll technically go down as a completion for Spellman. Everhart's got space and then runs out of bounds.
Everhart into River City territory. At about the 40-yard line, he goes out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag down on the play, however. We'll see what the call is.
This is a holding penalty against IMG.
And it's a hold, so the big run will be negated. It'll still be 2nd down.
Ball be spotted at the 39. It's still 2nd down.
So only a net loss of about 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Back to the Ascender 39-yard line. Spellman takes the snap, quickly rolling to his right, and bails out back to his left. It was a little screen for Laz Rodriguez, who finally is brought down.
But he is stacked up in the backfield.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Back at the 33-yard line. Prince Avea with the tackle. We have a flag down.
And another penalty. Wait to see what the official call is. Don't forget our next broadcast will be this upcoming Friday. IMG Varsity White will welcome Lakeland's Angels Christian Academy back to Bradenton and IMG Academy Football Stadium. Scheduled kickoff is 7 p.m. I'll be here with the call for you again next Friday night. And I believe the signal is a penalty against River City.
This is a flagrant foul targeting against River City. This will be a 15-yard penalty.
And it looks like they're going to call targeting.
49-yard line. And
so an automatic first down for the Ascenders and a nice chunk of yardage. And that is one that River City's going to wish they could have back.
Thank you.
So 1st and 10, 51 yards away from tying the game. Spellman takes the snap, the hand to Boyd. He is bottled up in the backfield by Jai Robinson, and we'll take a look back, see if we can see exactly where the targeting was. Rodriguez able to stay on his feet, and then that late hit at the end, clear as day. No need for that hit from Connell Foster.
A loss of 4 on the play.
2nd and 14, the line to gain, the 41-yard line of River City. Under 10 minutes to play. Chase Spellman, 2 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. He drops. Pressure coming. Fires this one across his body, and that was
Spellman's pass incomplete toward the sideline.
looking for, again, number 4, Cash DeShante, who did get that last touchdown for IMG after a great pass from Spellman. So 3rd and 14, 9:39 to play. And what a roller coaster of emotions for both sides. Ball at the Ascender 45-yard line. Spellman takes the snap, and a false start called, so 3rd and 14 is going to push the Ascenders back to 3rd and 19.
It's a false start penalty against IMG. Moves the ball back to the 40. Still 3rd down.
Again, we've seen big plays on both sides of the ball from both teams. IMG Academy going to need a big one right here. DeShante and Venezia to the near side. Venezia has been all over the field. Spellman fires a little bit behind Cash DeShante as the pressure was coming off the edge, and Coach Flagler going to trust his defense, and they are going to bring the punting unit on. So River City and the Admirals going to have an opportunity to try to ice this game. IMG going to try to force them off the field as quick as they possibly can. And this punt hangs up.
And IMG's kick goes out of bounds.
Net's about 15 yards, so no return.
They'll actually spot it at the 45, so River City will have it there, 1st and 10 at their own 45.
So after the punt, 1st and 10 for the Admirals from their own 45-yard line. The IMG defense with a big stop on that last drive. They're going to hope to have the same luck. River City going to try to march the ball 55 yards downfield. Again, right now the quickest we've seen any kind of lead change, though. Again, IMG wants up 15. And 2 touchdowns scored on back-to-back plays in a matter of 10 seconds. So anything is possible in these final few minutes. Jabari Ruiz. Handoff going up the middle. That'll keep the clock moving, but not really the chains. Only about 2 yards on the carry for the Admirals. They'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Casroot and Green Jr. in on the stop. All the 46-yard line.
They actually only give him about 1 on the play. 2nd and 9. Play action. Ruiz now the option pitch out wide. And cut down before getting to the 50, and a flag coming in right at the end of the play. And it's a hold against River City, so it'll remain 2nd down.
This is a holding penalty against River City.
And the Admirals going in the wrong direction. Back to their own 40.
It is still 2nd down.
Line to gain is the IMG 45. So 2nd and 15 for River City. They take the snap. Running right side. And Tariq Marame able to cut down Joshua Hill, the 5'8", 190-pound running back. Track that nicely out of the backfield. They'll bring up a 3rd and long.
On the 44-yard line, 3rd down.
On 3rd and 11, IMG going to do everything they can to prevent a big play and a conversion here and try to force the River City punting unit back onto the field with just under 8 minutes remaining in the game. Ruiz, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap. Pressure coming. He steps up, fires across the middle, and it is just through the fingers of the intended target. I believe that was Jamal Lee. Again, it looked like a great throw. Pressure coming on that outside edge by Ty Kazarud. Also there, Max Eubanks just flustering the path of that ball enough. Maybe causing Jamal Lee a little bit of alligator arms. And the punting unit for the Admirals back onto the field.
Kevin Everhart is deep for IMG.
And Bialik will boot this. Everhart will field it at the 24. Makes 2 miss. He's still on his feet at the 30. Cuts upfield. He's got space to the 50. 45, 40. Still on his feet to the 30. 25, 20, 15. It's a foot race down at the 10. Inside the 10. Kevin Everhart puts the Ascenders in striking distance. No flags. What an individual effort from Everhart, and great blocking as well. The ball gets down to the River City 9. 65 yards, and special teams has been the key for both sides of the football for both IMG and River City. And you can see it's not often that the punter is able to chase down a player like Kevin Everhart, but if your punter also doubles as a wide receiver, that's how it gets done. Spellman, 9 yards away, takes the snap. trying to work his way into the end zone, and
That's Boyd up the middle,
inside the 5 is
5-yard
Boyd.
line. He's close to the 3.
And the Ascenders, again, going to try to take as much clock as possible off. And then hope for another big defensive stop. They are just 3 yards away from tying this up and a point after away from possibly taking the lead. It looks like a timeout will be taken with 6:46 remaining. We'll take it with them. 34-28, the River City lead. IMG threatening. This is Ascender football. Welcome back. You see the next game this Friday, 7:30 p.m. IMG Academy Varsity White taking on Aiklands Angels Christian Academy. 3 yards out, Spellman in shotgun. Puts Rodriguez in motion. Now the handoff. Boyd working forward into the end zone. Touchdown, the equalizer. Arian Boyd dances his way through the line of scrimmage and into the end zone for the Ascender touchdown. There is a flag down at the 3-yard line. And looks like it may have been offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties. So we'll go back to 2nd and goal.
These were post-touchdown fouls, personal fouls offsetting.
So the touchdown is going to count. So it was after the touchdown, there was some jawing on the far sideline. You could see it. So now the point after and the possible difference. The snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. With 6:41 remaining, the Ascenders back on top by 1. A lot of time left. IMG 35, River City 34. You're watching IMG Academy football. Welcome back. Again, we talk about the range of emotions we have felt throughout this game. IMG taking an early 7-0 lead. And then just a couple drives later, River City would make it 7-6. And then IMG would go up 13-6 and 21-6 after Venezia and Everhart touchdowns. And then 21-14 and 21-20 after a pick six right at the end of the first half. And then River City would go up 34-21, and now the Ascenders have answered with 14 unanswered and back in the lead at 35-34. What a game we have had here tonight in Bradenton. And with 6:30 remaining, IMG going to do everything they can to try to force River City 3 and out. This will definitely go down as one of the more competitive games we have seen at any level of football here at IMG Academy. This will be 1st and 10, River City from their own 30-yard line. And River City very capable of having some big plays. They just tuck and run right up the middle. Good enough for a first down.
Brought down by Tariq Marame. The 42-yard line.
And quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from their own 42. And now the snap this time stood up into the arms of Cornell Green. And no gain on that play.
Kai Parker in on the stop. Also Tariq.
Clock continues to roll now under 6 minutes.
It is 2nd down.
Ruiz in shotgun, and the snap goes over his head. He's going to pick it up and just fire it. It's caught, and it'll be for a loss. The clock will stop. What a fortunate bounce for River City Prep. Again, on some of those high snaps, they have been so lucky that they've been able to just get the ball and find a way to get rid of it. And Bialik able to catch it, but goes for a big loss. 3rd and long. IMG defense sensing success. 3 receivers to the left. Ruiz drops. Pressure coming. He's running. He's all by himself. He's got some space. He fires, and it is intercepted in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Jamal Lee. And coming down on it is Ian Branch off the deflection. And there is still a lot of time left, but you have to figure all the momentum in favor of IMG. And Ruiz probably could have just kept it himself and got the first down. You see the great scrambling again. Ty Kaslerud off that right edge has been vicious all afternoon into the evening, and then just firing right at the line of scrimmage. Great coverage by Dixie, and great hands by Ian Branch to come down with it. And the IMG defense comes up big when the team needs it the most. 1st and 10 from their own 49. IMG trying to ice this cake. The hand to Everhart, running right up the middle, still on his feet. Gets across midfield to
Everhart fighting for yardage.
About 1 yard.
About the River City 49-yard line.
Looked like he may have gotten the 49. The side judge just marking it at midfield.
And DJ Williams will call it midfield.
2nd and 10, or 2nd and 9 from the 50. And if you're IMG Academy right now, you have one goal, and that is protect the football. Trips bunched out tight to the left. Now the snap. Everhart running right up the middle. He's got space. Still on his feet, falls forward, gets enough for the first down. And it also keeps the clock moving. 4 minutes remain.
This will be 1st and 10 for IMG.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Clock continues to roll. Play clock down to 15. IMG going to use every single second they can on that play clock. 1st and 10 from the River City 40. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The snap. The hand, Everhart just going to keep it on the ground and keep the clock moving.
Everhart back to the line of scrimmage.
And we'll see when the Admirals want to use their timeouts. I believe they've got one left. Spellman will bring the play into the huddle. And this would be the third IMG football team to win this weekend on the heels of Varsity White and National on Friday night. Everhart just tucking the football.
Everhart
goes down at the 40.
Again, third down.
And the Ascenders can bring this under 2 minutes. And finally, a timeout will be called on
Timeout, River City.
3rd and 10. River City will take it. We will take it with them. 2:17 remaining. IMG holding on to that 1-point lead. You are watching IMG Academy football. Welcome back. 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go. And a first down is all the Ascenders need to call ball game. 3rd and 10. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Chase Spellman. Hard count doesn't work. He's going to move back to shotgun. Takes the snap. Spellman fakes to his right, and he is going to be brought down. A huge stop. And it's not over yet.
He was hit by Briar Shank.
4th and long.
Shank brought him down at IMG's 49-yard line.
And a timeout will be taken by River City. And under 2 minutes to play. Ascenders up 1, but looking to punt here on 4th down. We'll keep it here. Again, we talk about how emotionally up and down this game has been all day long. And we kicked off at 5 o'clock. We're just at 3 hours now at 8:01 local time in Bradenton, Florida. And there is definitely some more drama to be had here at IMG Academy Stadium. When we get back, 4th and 22. And Jake Bianchi doubles as quarterback / punter, and we've seen him kick a few. Would not be surprised if in the back pocket of the IMG Academy Post-Grad team, maybe an opportunity to fire a fake. We'll see. Bianchi lets it sail. A nice spiraling punt. And then falling through.
That's Harvell on the return.
And Harvell up to the 30.
There's a flag back at the 13-yard line.
And there is a flag, and if this is against River City, that is going to be detrimental to them trying to get back in positive yards. Right now it's a 70-yard field based on where that flag is. This could be going back a long way. Every second and every yard mattering. They're going to throw the flag back at the 20.
This is a holding penalty.
And it is against the Admirals. It'll be a spot foul. So 10 yards from the spot back to, I believe it should be the 10-yard line. So 90 yards.
Block in the back, apparently.
In a minute 49. From their own 10-yard line is where they will start. The quarterback, number 10, Jabari Ruiz. A turnover or a stop would be game IMG. Harvell checks in late as a receiver to the near side. Ruiz in shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. Pressure coming, and he's going to throw. This is possibly an intentional grounding,
Under pressure. Second down.
as that did not get back to the initial line of scrimmage. They're going to say just incomplete. 2nd and 10. IMG defense reaching deep for that last few ounces of energy. Eubanks at safety, making sure nothing, absolutely nothing gets behind him. Minute 44, Ruiz takes the snap, fires quickly to the sideline and brought down back at the 5. And another big stop for IMG.
Which is Bruno Alves. He was swarmed by
Alves, who got the scoring started
a loss back to
for
the
River
5
City,
on this play.
also
3rd and 15.
had a 51-yard touchdown that made it 34-21. He is stopped and now brings up 3rd and 16. 2 more plays for the IMG defense to put this game away. Now the snap. Ruiz steps up, fires across the middle. It is deflected and almost picked off. Devin Costello with the great coverage on Jamari Harvell. And one last shot for River City. All IMG needs to do is keep this ball from going 16 yards. Empty backfield for Jabari Ruiz. He drops, pressure coming, throws across the middle. It is caught.
Versus pass is complete over the middle to Nick.
The clock continues to roll.
River City at the 27-yard line.
.4. Empty backfield for Ruiz. 1st and 10. They convert on 4th and 16. Clock starts back up. 49 seconds. And in and out of the hands. Brian Rios started cutting upfield before he secured the football. 2nd and 10.
Brian Rios, second down.
Back and forth all day long. Why not into the evening hours? 44.7 seconds remaining. Empty backfield for Jabari Ruiz. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Pressure coming. He's going to keep it himself. Gets out of bounds. Clock will stop. Ball up to the 35-yard line with 35 seconds to go. IMG with a 35-34 lead. And IMG having to be very careful here.
Should be a 3rd and 2 for River City.
It will be 3rd and 2. Three receivers right, 2 to the left for Ruiz. Shotgun snap with the empty backfield. Fires, it is caught. It would have been wise to just let it go incomplete. It's going to be enough for the first down. 23.3 seconds to go.
This is a 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Clock will be reset to 27 seconds.
So they're going to put 27 seconds back onto the clock. And now the clock will wind. Ruiz takes the snap. He rolls to his right, pressure coming, and he loses the football, somehow comes back up with it. Down he goes! Cornell Green and Ty Kazarud. And they've got to get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be the last play, and a flag called. False start if it's under 10 seconds. We'll see if they run it off. That might be the end of the game. It is a false start. It is a 10-second runoff. The game is over. IMG outlasts River City. They trailed 13 in the second half. They come back, score 14 unanswered, and will protect the house. 35-34 IMG ball game. What an absolutely fantastic game on both sides of the football. Both teams nothing to hang their heads about. River City just couldn't make it happen at the end. IMG will come away with the win. We'll take a look at that last defensive stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you at the stadium this evening.
And Ruiz takes the snap.
I know this by heart. We wish you a safe
and you could see it was. Again, we've seen Kazarud and Cornell Green and Quinn Reed, though, the initial contact that forced the quick speed up into the backfield. IMG 35, River City 34. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. It was a fun one here at IMG Academy Football Stadium. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're an Ascender fan, we know you enjoyed the outcome. For everybody here at IMG Academy, my name is Ryan Sudol saying good night and so long from the Suncoast.